Alright, so I'm just making a quick video here. This is my Suzuki GSXR 1300 Hayabusa. I've personally owned this bike. It's in my name. I've had it for about 5 years. I was riding it a lot at first. I have 3 other bikes. I got an R1, RC51, VTX 1300. And basically, I haven't ridden this in a few years. I just have other bikes to ride. Just put this aside. I used to have a business, Cycle Arm and Lighting, so it does have HID lights, LED lights, all kinds of stuff on there. I picked this thing up already painted. This was a $3,500 paint job. It's all House of Colors, and there's gold flake in there. It's awesome design, custom creations. So I'm just going to do a quick walk around. Let's go through the bike here first. So basically, it does have a good motor on it. I got it, had a bunch of custom parts. I put some more custom parts on there, but basically the issue was the starter clutch, which is very common on these to go. I replaced the starter clutch, and then I think it's just a fuel pump. I couldn't get the fuel injection to go, basically. I think something was blocking it. So I just put it away. It does fire up when you shoot it up with starting fluid. You're welcome to do a compression test on the motor. It ran good. When I took it apart, it ran. It just wouldn't start as far as the engagement on it. Which again, if you know about these bikes, you know the starter clutch up until 2003. They redesigned the starter clutch after that. I did put another one in there already. But anyways, so here's the bike. As you can see, these are frame sliders, LED lights. It does have a custom gauge on there. It is lowered. Polished frame. See, the back is in real nice condition. I wrapped the exhaust. That is a stock exhaust. See the Jam Customs. See, there's some surface rust. It needs to be just cleaned up and polished. That's you could tell there's no damage on that whatsoever. That's just the paint coming off, basically. You see, there's the frame slider. I have the other fairing here on this side, but this is good to show as far as you have the original radiator and stuff. You see, it wasn't crashed or damaged. You see all the original exhaust, and if this bike was crashed, that would definitely be damaged and replaced. The brakes, everything on this thing was really good. Really fast bike. So here's the fairing on this side. You see there's a little bit of damage up on here. This fairing has just been hanging. I think because it was hanging up by this side, it's been pushing it up, but that's pretty much it. You see all the rest of it. This is just gorgeous. I mean, they put a ton of clear layers on there, and you see this is just a beautiful bike. Everywhere I went, I had tons of compliments. So this is for the solo seat. You see that's all custom, and it, you know, the orange goes down into the frame of the bike. You see the gas tank. Again, that's real nice. There's no damage on either side. It's never been dropped. And finally the nose. And again, the nose, great condition. The lens, I mean, this thing literally looks like brand new. As far as the lens, there's zero haze in it or anything like that. So that's it. I got a clean title. Again, it's, you know, in my name. There's no funny business, Florida. This was purchased from Broward Motorsports. You see everything looks real straight, and everything was right there. I basically just took it all off because I didn't want it scratched, and I had it sitting up on top in my garage up here. And you see the little miscellaneous plastic pieces. They're all here as well. So there you go, 2001 GSXR 1300. All right, so here we have the Hayabusa. Just pushed it into the garage, put my Porsche behind there, and what I'm going to do is shoot it up with starter fluid, just so you can see that the engine does run. There's also a bunch of other things, DFO. There's LED lights, some things that I missed on there, but there you see the gauge. You see it has 11,411 miles. I only put about 1,000 miles on there, but again, I have this bike. I got VTX 1300 and R1 RC51, so I didn't ride this bike all that much. But what I'm gonna do is go ahead and start it up so you can hear the starter motor. It does start, it does run. There's no gas tank obviously, so I'm just going to use the starting fluid, so it'll just run for the time that the fluid's being shot in there, which I'm not going to do too much. So there you go. You see it does run, turns over, and the engine is good. That would have been a lot better if I actually taken off the box and sprayed it in there directly. So that's why it wasn't running like a champ or whatever. It's got to go through the filter and everything up through the front. But you get the point. The engine does run. It's just going to have to put the gas tank and the pump back on. And that's it. The only other thing I do is maybe clean the injectors, but you don't need to replace them or anything like that. But that's something that you do with any motorcycle that's been sitting for a year, personally. So there it is. If you're interested, let me know.